Well, unfortunately, red meat is linked to an increased risk of certain cancers and other health problems.
Yeah, now as Dr. Malika Marshall reports, a new study finds a link between processed red meat and dementia.
Beef, pork, lamb. The U.S. is one of the largest consumers of red meat in the world, and it's putting us at higher risk of health conditions like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Now researchers have found a direct link between processed red meat and dementia.
Processed red meat.
Dr. Daniel Wen is a nutritional epidemiologist at Mass General Brigham. He and his team looked at the dietary habits of more than 133,000 health professionals, specifically on their consumption of both processed red meat, like bacon, hot dogs, and sausages, which contain high levels of salt and preservatives, and unprocessed red meat, like steak and ground beef. They found that those who ate the most processed red meat, on average a quarter serving per day or more, had a 13% higher risk of dementia compared to people who barely ate any.
We've found very consistent evidence that higher processed red meat intake is associated with higher risk of dementia.
The same level of risk was not found among people who consumed higher amounts of unprocessed red meat, though people who ate either unprocessed or processed meats were more likely to self-report problems with memory loss and cognitive decline.
If you can try to decrease your red meat intake, especially the processed red meat intake, at any time point during your life, that will help your cognitive health.
So if you're going to eat red meat, choose unprocessed red meat like the ground beef found in a hamburger, and of course, skip the bacon. The researchers also found that substituting red meat with nuts and seeds in particular, but also poultry, fish, and low-fat milk, can reduce your risk of dementia and preserve brain health. Dr. Malika Marshall, CBS News, Boston.
And while the link between red meat and dementia is still being studied, researchers believe it might come down to its effect on the gut microbiome, which is what they want to look into more.